Hey gang, welcome to the stream. So for today's stream, we're just going to quickly go through all of our daily chores in Miss Pandaria Remix. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our daily heroic, our daily dungeon. Then we're going to quickly complete the scenarios as well as try and see if we can get a raid world tour done. So we're going to go through Mogushan Vaults, Heart of Fear, Terrace of Endless Springs, Throne of Thunder, and then Siege of Orgrimmar, and see how quickly we can get through all of those on Heroic. And then see how much bronze we get at the end of all of that, and how long it took us to get that. Um, there are other activities you can be doing on a daily basis to get more bronze in that, but those are the main activities that I try and hit every day. I'll be honest, most days I don't make it to Throne of Thunder or through Siege of Orgrimmar just because those take a little bit longer. And we'll see how we're going on time, and also depending on the group that we get, really makes a big difference on how fast you can blast through those. In a worst case scenario, I've had Throne of Thunder and Siege of Orgrimmar each take about an hour to a little over an hour. The quickest I've seen it that I've been a part of has been around 40 minutes for each of them. So, in my opinion, those are the most efficient ways that we can farm bronze on a daily basis. Um, and we're sort of doing them in the order of efficiency in my mind. We're doing the knocking out those daily quests and knocking out the daily bonuses that you get for completing your first normal and heroic dungeon and your first normal and heroic scenario, as well as completing the raid quest is super quick. If you're really in a pinch, I suppose you could queue up for all of those at once, and get the raid quest done in LFR as well. I have seen an LFR wing get taken down in like 5 minutes, but that you're sort of less in control when it comes to LFR. So I think if you're gonna spend the time, if you're gonna spend 5 minutes, you might as well spend 15 minutes and get a heroic Mogushan Vaults done, even if it's just to get that quest done. It's still probably the best use of your time. Um, so of course, to start off with, we have Fast Monk sporting a new transmog. Hopefully, you guys like it. I think it looks pretty cool um, on the Volpera race here. Even though they're as tiny as they are, and you don't really get to see the boots. Um, yeah, let me know what you guys think about the transmog, either in chat or in the comments. If you guys like it, or if you think I should change it. But Alright, so we, of course, as always, are currently signed in on 3 accounts. As you guys may know from some of my other streams, I generally tend to multi-box WoW. Of course, doing it completely within the terms of service here, where I'm manually clicking on each window and alt-tabbing between windows. So we're not even using any software to to make things work based on mouse over. Which, if you are a multi-boxer, it's definitely something you can do. There's a setting in Windows you can change so that it will automatically make whichever window your mouse is over the active window. This is the simplest way of doing it, I guess, and therefore should also be the most terms of service compliant within WoW. All right, so first things first, like I said, we've picked up our daily quests. So the quests for the quests that we care about here, at least, are the dungeon one. And I'll just make sure to share these as we're going through them. I have picked them up on all of the characters, but just in case, it's always terrible to have done the activity and then realize that you didn't pick it up on all the characters. So first things first, let's just run a regular dungeon, and I'll put up those buffs, but the other buffs we'll do once we're inside the dungeon so that our other characters pick that up as well. Do the buffs make a huge difference? Not really, but honestly, you're going to pick up so many of them along the way anyway that it's definitely worth picking them up, and it's definitely worth throwing them on in any case. They're going to be useless at the end of the remix, so why not blast through them? You're definitely going to get way more than you can use in any case. And while we wait for the queue to pop, we're just going to scrap some stuff on this character. So this is all gear that I would have picked up from running dungeons, and I think some of this is probably also left over from when we were leveling, when we leveled 2 characters 10 to 70 on the other 2 accounts. And that's also on my channel, and should be on the on my YouTube channel, that is, and should also be available on my Twitch VOD. All right, let's go ahead and accept the queue on all these characters, and so each of this is going to give us a greater bronze cache, which are now worth 5,000 bronze. So I think midway through last stream, or right after the last stream, Blizzard actually went ahead and buffed all of not all of the bronze sources. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once right now. They went ahead and buffed all of the bronze that you get from those little cache thingies, which is actually amazing because you now get twice as much bronze from each of those, as well as the threads. They tripled the value of the amount of threads that you get, which is especially powerful on our level 20 twinks. All right, I forgot to buff at the start, but oh well, we can do it after this pull. And as always, mobs just melt on this level 20 because of the cloak we have, but in general, just the scaling for level 20s is absolutely wild, and so you really don't need anywhere near this amount of threads in order to be able to do this. And you'll see just how quickly we get through the dungeon, and you can actually see our how long each of these dungeons is taking us on this counter right here, and it will also update for the raid, so that's how we're going to keep track of sort of how we're going. And while we're running over to the next round of mobs, you know what, let's pop Chi-Ji. I'm not the biggest fan of Chi-Ji. I don't feel like it does too much, but it is great as a movement speed, and it's really the only head tinker that you can put on that gives us any movement speed. So there we go. I think that entire run took us 1 minute 48 seconds, which is wild, right? We'll kill the trash just because why not? But we really don't need to bother with it. We can go ahead and actually already queue up for our heroic time walking dungeon, and we'll just pop over to these windows, and these characters are inside the dungeon and both got the quest done as well as got their rewards for it. I think we may actually wait and open the caches at the end of the daily thing, just so we can see exactly how much bronze we got. All right, so it looks like someone didn't accept the queue. Oh, it looks like everyone's choosing damage for some reason, which is probably why it's not letting us. Okay, I guess someone left the group, so I think we were trying to queue as 4 DPS and 1 tank, which of course LFG is not going to let us do. So hopefully the queue shouldn't generally take that long. I'm not sure why it's selecting DPS for all 3. It does tend to do that sometime. A Droll should be queued as a Mistweaver, just because the healer and tank queues are super quick. What we can probably do, let's give it a second to see if the queue doesn't pop. Otherwise, it may be quicker for us to just leave the instance group. I think that's what we're going to do. I usually don't mind taking people along from the LFG for these super quick boosted runs, but if it's making our queue take longer, then it's probably not worth sticking around for. Adrola is still queuing his tank for some reason. I think that's why. That's probably why it's taking a bit longer. Oh! And this is some of the fun you get to have with multi-boxing, is every now and then your windows glitch out a bit like that, but hopefully it should load in a second. There we go. Alright. Now we've got everything nice and tidy. Ooh. Seems we have some more stuff to scrap on this character as well. And you know what we may do? We may actually just wait until the end and open all of our bronze there, just so we have a bit more of an accurate estimate on what on how much bronze we made during this entire exercise. And so, for most of your characters, especially once they're running raids, you're gonna have epic gear in any case, so you can fairly blindly choose. You can fairly blindly scrap all of your greens, and even the blues, in all honesty, because especially with the heroic dungeons, you're getting so many epics that it's really just a piece of cake. Alright, so now we're in a heroic dungeon, and hopefully we have enough health that we can just touch of death the first boss. That's definitely one of the advantages of being a monk, is that every minute you get basically a free mob kill. And yep, looks like we do have enough health to just touch of death Wise Mary, and we can kill the trash while we're waiting for the RP part to finish so that we can loot. And as always, of course, on your level 20 twink, you need to manually loot everything because we don't have access to the mailbox. On the other characters, everything's going to end up in the mailbox in any case, so that's the other reason we can just leave them parked at the start of the dungeon, and they still get not all of the bronze. Of course, they would get a bit more bronze. Bronze doesn't show up in your mailbox, so if you're really keen on bronze, you can probably run them through. And usually, if we're gonna do it on any dungeon, this is the one to do it. Terrace, sorry, what is this? Temple of the Jade Serpent. It's a little bit late where I'm at, so I'm not as sharp and on point as I usually am, I think. So do bear with me if that's the case. But yeah, if you're going to run your boosties through any dungeon to loot, Temple of the Jade Serpent's definitely the easiest one in which to do that. And if you're running this dungeon for XP, both of the characters that we're boosting in this instance are level 70. We're just literally doing this because it's the absolute quickest way to get the daily quests done as well. But if you're boosting, then it is worth probably popping. Usually what I would do is I would pop Chi and just run through. And actually, you know what? Let's do it. It's gonna add like a minute to our time, and if nothing else, we can scrap all of the gear we get from the last boss, and we'll get some gems as well. So we'll just Chi through here quickly, because this boss, the most annoying part about this boss is that there is a little bit of RP stuff involved. Let's see if that doesn't damage it enough to... Okay. Alright, so let's wait for the RP to finish, and then we should be good to go. Welcome to the stream. I see someone's joined us on Twitch. How's your day going? Are you playing MoP Remix? Are you playing Miss Pandaria Remix? If so, have you tried creating a level 20 twink? I honestly think anyone and everyone playing this version of the game, quite frankly, even if you don't have an active WoW subscription, it's the starter account is completely free to set up, and so this character is on a starter account, so you can do this for completely free, even if you don't play WoW, or it's been a while since you've played WoW and you don't want to bother getting a full sub. It's definitely worth downloading MoP Remix just for this alone. Give me a second here, guys. I'm just trying to sort out my windows. All right, not sure what's gone wrong here. Yeah, so like I said, if you're gonna do if you're gonna loot in any dungeon, this is definitely the one to do it in. It's just because everything's right in front of you, and so everything's just in a straight line. Literally all your boosty characters have to do is run straight through, and we get a little bit more bronze out of that. So the other thing we're targeting for today, we've actually already unlocked all of the mounts, which was my main focus, and then we also actually did all of the toys. So in this add-on, which I believe is called Remix Checklist, just allows you to see basically all of the different rewards from Remix on any of your characters from wherever you are. So you can see here we've unlocked all of the mounts already. We unlocked all of the toys as well. And on appearances, we actually haven't bought any appearances yet. But basically, to buy the rest of the appearances, we would need 693,000 bronze to essentially beat MOP Remix, right? At that point, there's nothing else you can do. That said, I do want to test out what having a max gear character would feel like. And so to do that, we need about 650,000 bronze as well. All right, let's hop out of here and we can probably talk a little bit more about this once we're filling the queue for our raids. Now, for these scenarios, I generally tend to think it's easier to do it on two characters using the, well, you know what? Let's try something different. And let's try soloing a scenario. Let's see. It's probably not going to be the most efficient use of our time because especially for scenarios, it's always handy having at least one other player sort of running around and helping out with you know, all the different activities that have to happen. Everyone's so overpowered in Miss Pandaria Remix that um, it's you know, killing things isn't so much of a problem. It's usually having three people in here, you know, each going after, in this case, a different alliance captain, let's say, would be probably a bit quicker. Um, I'm not sure if we would get the deserter debuff if we leave the scenario. So let's see how this is going. I think we need to go down here and basically take out the alliance captains from what I recall. Or unless they're, you know what, they may be at the front of the room. I think we need to come down here for the little box, for the barrels. Or no, one second. Is the captain up here? No, that wasn't a captain. All right, so not the most efficient use of time so far. All right, this is just the powder barrel here, and then is these don't look like captains. And yeah, I think the captain's on the other boat. All right, well, we got one of our powder barrels done. Let's get the second one here. Rig to explode. And I'm just gonna pull all of these. Okay, it looks like this guy's on the deck itself. Is there another captain down there? What's down here? Oh, okay, I guess there must be another captain down here. Or at least that's what the interface is telling me. I wonder if I could have snuck through that little hole in the stairs there. Probably not. Is there... No captains here, but a little bit more bronze, so let's loot that. Honestly, with the amount of movement speed we have, so on this character we're actually capped. I found out that the maximum movement speed you can have on a character is 49%. So we're at 54% here, but only 49% of that is coming from speed. Yeah, as we can see there, we're basically speed capped with 144 speed. So this character has 122 coming from. We can probably actually even pull off some speed from here and still be at the cap. So we can just swap up our gems while we're doing this. What else should we take? Well, we don't have any more versatility gems. We don't really need much of anything else. I guess we can just take haste for now. We actually have a lot more gems that we need to combine, but right now I'm just trying to get this scenario done as quickly as possible. So let's see how we're going. It's taken us 3 minutes already. Although honestly, that's sort of just luck of the draw, because it's super dependent on our RNG, which scenario you get, and this is the worst thing you can do is fall into the water, especially since we don't have any mount equipment here that'll allow us to float over the water. I wonder if the seahorse will make us go a little bit quicker. Probably should have just clicked on that earlier. In any case, let's mount up. And let's take out some more alleys. Fast. Okay, we got to do a powder barrel there. We've done 3 of the powder barrels already. Let's run over to this last, well, the second last ship, I guess. So This is what I mean. If we had just done it on 2 characters, we would have gotten a little bit less bronze, but because that's what I usually do, is just run it on 2 of the characters and not bother with the quest on the other one. But I do want to do all of the activities on all of our characters today just to see how much bronze we can realistically get. Um, and I suppose we take out a bit of the RNG element of what group you get as well, because sometimes you may be stuck with some other characters that aren't too helpful, but the level 20 twink is definitely something you can put together. And again, you do not need to have a character with this many threads on their cloak in order to be able to just melt mobs the way we have been doing. Now, it seems to be telling me that there's still an Alliance captain down here. I thought we killed everyone and everything. So, unless I'm missing something, which I may well be doing, but I don't think I am, because I don't think there's anywhere else we can go up here. I wonder if they've only maybe spawned for the other characters so that everyone needs to contribute. Let's try doing this real quick. Alright, let's use the multi-mount. Let's hop on here. And let's see if they are like visible to anyone else maybe. Maybe they only show for the other characters, because I would assume that the barrels at the very least should be visible. And we're in the water yet again. Alright, let's not make the same mistake again. Part of the problem is that with this much speed, you're just going so fast that sometimes it doesn't always lead you to doing the right thing. I didn't realize these savage blue turtles gave you swim speed increases as well. And then our apparent, I guess, is also then super slow on land. And we end up on another turtle. That's great. Doesn't seem like there's actually anything we need to do for the scenario down here, but let's see if there's one of those powdered rig thingamajiggers. Doesn't look like it. I'm just gonna kite everything back up to the deck and kill it all there so we can loot once. And as you guys can see, this character is practically unkillable, and that's just level 20 scaling. The reason I feel like, oh no, and we missed the talk. Jeez. Okay, so this is why speed is not my strong suit. Anytime I try and do things super fast, we end up messing something or the other up. All right, I think let's go and grab the other powder barrels. I think the last commander and the last 2 powder barrels are on the boats on the left in any case. And then after this we have some RP and a couple more mobs to kill, but 7 minutes. Yeah, this is not great in all honesty for the scenario. I think the fastest one is I can't even remember the name of the scenarios, to be honest, but the one where you basically are defending the brew. Is there a captain up here, or is the captain... Okay, the captain's on that boat. Alright, so let's... Okay, nailed it that time. Let's use our speed boost. And actually, I also realized that I'm not using the most efficient speed boost, because... And let's just swap out the gemming on that right now, since I remembered it. Actually, we're using Spirit Walk, which gives you a 60% speed boost for 8 seconds. But I think it's Sprint that gives you 70% for 8 seconds as well. It just doesn't remove any movement impairing effects, which honestly I'm not too concerned about, because on this character we just melt mobs, right? So I think it probably is worth us mounting up. Ooh, we got the brain mount. Generally not a fan of using flying mounts in places where you're on the ground the entire time, or you can't fly in any case, because it's just a bit harder sometimes to figure out where you're jumping to or from or whatever else. All right, we've rigged the powder barrels. So we gotta slay these guys. And I think we can just probably run up to him and kill him. I don't think we need to wait for him to run up. Avoid the totems. Oh, that's cute. Like he's gonna live long enough to actually do anything with those totems. I almost feel bad. But not really, because let's be honest. Alright. After this, I think it should go pretty quick. We will see how many of these mobs we can pull along the way in any case, because they do all drop bronze and threads. Ooh, we did get stunned. Alright, I think I was talking too much crap about how quickly we're going to face roll these guys. And again, I've yet to encounter a mob that I don't kill in like 3 attacks, if that. And especially ads like this will just die from spinning crane kick. Knock this out. Knock this out. And then I think there's just one last mob that we need to kill. I think there's like one more boss or something that we need to kill once this RP is done. Or sorry, never mind. We need to kill all these. Ooh, do you think I can take out Lady Jaina Proudmoore? Is she killable? No, never mind. Marked as a PvP target. If ever it was going to be possible. Oh, no. Okay. So I guess we've just got these guys following us. Alright. Makes me chuckle. That's the first thing in a while that's actually taken down some of my health, though. So, props to them. I guess they're not tuned all that badly. And also, one of the new things for this stream is we've added monkey speed in as well, just so I can sort of keep an eye on exactly how quickly we're going with all of our speed buffs and all of this. All right, we've got to release the spy. Oh, we need to pick up the shackle keys. And I guess we didn't leash Jaina all the way. All right, let's run upstairs. Take out this guy. Does he drop the key? Who drops the key? Who has the key? Did we get the key? Yeah, we did. All right. So I rarely, if ever, get this scenario, to be honest. That's why this is maybe my like 3rd time doing it, and I've been doing these dailies daily practically. So we unlock the thing. Let's blast these guys. There we go. We're done. Oh, that took a while. Okay, that was not fun. How are we still on cooldown? Do we need to leave? Let's try leaving real quick. Maybe that'll sort this issue out. Heroic time running scenario. Yeah, I think if we did this scenario, we might as well. If we soloed this scenario, we might as well solo the others. And yeah, this is my first time actually soloing the scenarios completely. Usually I pick up at least 1 or 2 other players just to make things go a bit quicker. And yeah, the level 20 twink honestly does more damage than having 2 active players would do. So it really is a net positive for everyone. Yeah, this is the scenario I meant. What is this called? A brewing storm. This is usually the scenario that pops up for us. And again, I think I have attempted to solo it once, and it did take a little bit longer than I would have liked, but kill mobs, put out brew kegs, and then just wait for this chick to catch up with us. And if you guys are playing Mr. Pandaria Remix, let me know in the chat or the comments if I've convinced any of you into setting up a level 20 twink, it's honestly super fun and the easiest way to feel overpowered in this version of the game. As we said earlier, my main character is just about now to is just about to have enough bronze to max out their gear, and that's, I think we had a total of 90 days. To be fair, I haven't been as dedicated to remix the first few days of it. I was actually traveling when it dropped, so I didn't get too much time to play early on. But honestly, that just means that I'm able to take more advantage of the buff bronze rates and save a couple more hours of my life. Um, because they've definitely buffed things a lot. So I think if you are hoping to get into remix, if you haven't started it yet, now is honestly the best time because they've just buffed everything. So things should go a lot quicker. Um, of course, ideally for a level 20 twink, what you want to do is you want to level your first 70. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it, but the quickest is probably still going to be what I've done on my other streams, which is, you know, you want to run heroic dungeons as much as you can. The numbers would be a little bit different just because you don't have you're not starting off with the cloak that you get from what's it called, that you get from this achievement, um, Infinite Power XII. You could you could probably grind that out on a starter account, like a completely free to play account. It probably wouldn't take you that long, especially now that they buffed the threads. Well, they triple the amount of threads that you get from each of those. What do you call these? The spools. They tripled the amount. So these used to give you 20 stats, and they now give you 60 stats. It will definitely take you a decent bit longer. I wouldn't say a lot longer, honestly. Blast through heroics on your level 20 twink, and you should be able to unlock it before too long. Yeah, in either case, I mean, on this character we don't have that much played, and we have 7,300, right? So it is completely feasible to do that, because in any case you really only start with, I think when you have the achievement unlocked as well, you still only start with about 1,500 threads. So it gets you a little bit further, but not all that much. Oh, up. What is going wrong? Oh, I think the characters that we have camped out are being attacked. Oh, never mind. They already died. That one died. All right, let's just finish off these mobs, and hopefully this chick is gonna run ahead, and we can start the final boss and be done with this in 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Boom. That's what we were waiting for. And probably while we wait, we're just gonna move our other characters forward so we can loot the end boss here, because they will drop some more bronze, and that will not show up in the mailbox. I think probably the loot should. I'm guessing scenarios work like dungeons in that sense, that you still get the loot at the end. All right, let's use our multi-mount. Why don't we have a tinker? Oh, we don't have a cogwheel socketed. Okay, let's quickly fix our loadout. Strange. In any case, let's hop on the mount and move them to the end. Yep, going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. I think we should be able to finish this off in like 5.5 minutes, which is still not bad considering we're gonna get 5,000 bronze from doing this, which previously was more than you would get from doing all of your dailies, at least when Remix launched. Okay, we can actually just use this character to start the event, why not? And let's move back here. It will take a second for the boss to pop up. Boom, DPS down again. Let's see if it takes more than 3 hits. Okay, it did take a couple more than 3 hits. I think it's just my luck that anytime I say anything on stream, I'm instantly proven completely wrong by the gods. All right, so we have now done our daily. Let's quickly go over what we've done so far. We've done our daily dungeon, our regular dungeon, our daily heroic dungeon, our daily regular scenario, our daily heroic scenario. So the only thing left to do in terms of daily quests is the raid quest, and what we're going to do is have this character quickly leave party, and now we're going to try and fill a world tour group, which hopefully we can get done in not too much time. Let's set it up as this. All right, let's list the group. And generally, I try not to be too elitist, but ideally we want this to go as quickly as possible, so I don't think we're going to take too many people below eye level 4 something 100. But let's see who we get. And generally, it's pretty quick to fill. I'll be honest, for some reason on stream, it seems to be taking a little bit longer. I think it's the watched kettle thing, but I'm actually going to use this as a chance to take a quick break just to grab something, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So actually, I was adding people to party, and most of our group is 476ers, so definitely should be fast. Oh, what's going on? Oh, lag. Always fun. All right. Oh, and there's our final 476. Literally everyone in the party is 470. I think there's one 430. Everyone else is 476. And if I wanted to be obnoxious, I could kick the 430, but I honestly don't think it's going to matter with this many max level characters, max geared characters rather. Oh, why am I lagging so much? My GPU is not having fun with all this. So a cool feature of the 40 series cards that I didn't realize it had until after I got my 4070 Super is that you can actually use your graphic card um, to run a bunch of features. So I don't have a green screen behind me, but the graphic card uses, oh, looks like I didn't set it to heroic. I need to remember to do that every time. Oh, Jesus. And of course, it's only lagging on this character. Oh, why am I lagging so much? I'm really putting my graphic card through its paces. To be fair, 3 instances of WoW with OBS and the AI feature that I was touting so heavily is probably what's taxing. We can log out of this character and just reduce some of the strain on the graphic card. I probably could have just exited it and booted back into that. Okay. We lost 2 people. Oh well. Like I said, if you're looking for speed, probably not. Probably not the streamer to be watching. Let's quickly reset all the instances as well. Oh, the lag. Oh, we're dropping people. That's not good. Probably should let them know that it was a massive lag spike and I'm not AFK or anything like that. Ooh, Shaw is up. Oh well. I doubt we'll be able to get there in time. Alright. And we've got a 476 tank as well. Do we have enough space to take these 2? I think let's just wait and get more 476s. Alright, let's see how we're going. Oh. Geez, that didn't seem to have done much for our lag. What are we doing here? Alright, let's exit this. Take some of the strain off the graphic card. 476 tank, yes please. Alright, let's accept the summons as well, and we're filled. Boom, I think that should be all 10 of us. Sure, why not? Alright, let's help summon. And we can throw down our buffs. Again, I usually don't bother buffing all that much, but seeing as how we have so many of these items anyway that we're never going to get through all of them, even if we didn't loot another one between now and the end of Remix, I think we'd be okay. The main issue we're going to have with this group is keeping up with the group. With the amount of speed that a lot of these characters have on their cloaks, it's ridiculous. I'm not quite speed capped on my main just yet. Alright, let's scrap all of our blues and everything else. Oh, we gotta again. It's just bosses, mobs, everything's just gonna melt. And I think this character at least will try and keep up with the group. Literally on the last world tour I did, the issue I had was that I got locked out of some of the bosses because of how far behind the group both of these characters fell, which is never fun, but honestly, when you're moving this fast, it's still a super efficient way of farming bronze. Oh, we don't have Lifestorm up. All right, let's try and at least move this character a bit closer. We can scrap closer to the bosses. Boom. All right, so we got credit for that one. With a group like this, honestly, the in-between bronze is not even probably worth picking up. I don't think we're gonna have time to loot trash. We just gotta keep up with the group. We're not even 2 minutes into the raid, like literally since we zoned in, and we still summoned some people at the beginning, and we're still, and we're already on boss number 3. All right, this trash should take a little bit of time so we can loot that. And let's park that character there while we get our mage caught up as well. So the other things that you're gonna want to do on a level 20 twink, well, actually, you're gonna want to do on a level 70 character. Ideally, that would be probably your first level 70 character that you level up. Is unlock all of your jewelry, and you get your jewelry through. While we're waiting for the boss to spawn here, you get them through these different achievements. So one of them you get, I believe it's the first ring you get is, or so the first trinket you get rather, is from just getting a character to level 70. It's literally that easy. Ridiculous how fast these bosses melt, especially if you're using Lifestorm. And let's actually throw Lifestorm up on this character. Did we unlock? Oh, okay, perfect. We do have Searing Light on this character, so let's drop Brittle and let's pick up Searing Light so that we can maximize the Lifestorm damage that we're doing on this character. Uh-oh, we're running behind the group again. Up, 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 up. Now I have tried putting characters on follow, but it's honestly a little bit slower sometimes, I feel, because of the fact that you don't have we don't have the same speed levels on both of the characters, right? This one's cloak has 2000 speed versus this one's cloak only has 784. So presumably actually Tinkers may be able to help us bridge some of that gap. I wonder if we put Trailblazer on, if that gap narrows a bit. Why are we only at 131? Oh, that's why. Because we don't have Trailblazer on this character. So that brings us to 161%. Did we miss Elegon, or am I tripping? Oh, sorry. Wait, we gotta do this first, then Elegon. You would think with the amount that I'm running these raids on as many characters as I am, I would know the boss order better. Again, I am really tired, you guys. It's pretty late. I usually don't stream this late, but I wanted to bang these out. Oh, and we've got a res ready to go already. All right, let's. I think we are gonna do some following here. Where is? That's not our character. There we go. And you know what? Let's use the Claw of Eternus title on this. We've done all the heroic. We actually did the heroic dungeons on this character before we did on our main, so. I remember the last time I was in here, they literally had to summon me to Elegon because it was taking me too long to just run down the steps and catch up with them. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane the cloaks that some of these people have. Let's actually take a look. 68k. That's roughly where we're at. Well, sorry, that is literally where we're at because that's my character. Jeez. Okay, 131 threads, 29,000 threads. That's this alt character that we're on. 130,000 threads, 119,000 threads. 86,000 threads, 177,000 threads, 125,000 threads, 123,000 threads, 228,000 threads. Jeez. Okay. No wonder everything's just melting. Alright, we're at the boss. Funnily enough, the mage got credit for loot on this trash, whereas our monk didn't. And hopefully, I think realistically, honestly, I was going to say hopefully we were not going to run out of inventory, but I'm fairly certain we are going to run out of inventory probably on both of these characters. We've only got about 53 slots, so we may have to scrap at some point, but we'll figure out when and where we do that. And the second the boss is live, of course, we're going to drop Lifestorm. And with Searing Light, it's just a huge amount of damage. Up. Let's see if we can get our... Okay, we got our Lifestorm off before they killed the boss, but not much else, honestly. Oh, we've got to follow. And we've got to keep up with the group. Let's loot. And the main reason we're looting is for bronze. In all honesty, actually, we could skip looting because it's all going to end up in our mailbox anyway. And the majority of the bronze that we're getting is from these bronze caches, which will show up in your mailbox. Alright. Let's use our little speed buff and let's see if we make it to the room before the doors close. Oh, I think our mage may make it. Okay, our mage made it. Can our monk make it through the gates as well? Oh, it's coming right down to the wire. Up, and just in time. Boom. Wow. So yeah, in 9 minutes we've reached the last boss. All right, this group is gonna be awesome. I think we may actually be able to. Oh, of course. Let's see if we get a battle res or not. Oh, we do. We can throw up buffs at some point. I'm literally not even getting enough time to pop all my other cooldowns with how fast everyone's killing everything. And welcome to the stream to those of you who've just joined us. Let's see, we have a viewer on YouTube as well. How's it going? How's your day going? How's MoP Remix going for you? Let me know in chat if you guys have any questions about any of what we're doing, why we're doing it. Basically, what we're doing is we completed the daily quests for the dungeon, and the raid one got completed as well. We did the scenario as well. We soloed the scenario on our level 20 twink. We used our level 20 twink to complete a regular dungeon, a heroic dungeon, a regular scenario, and a heroic scenario, just to get all the daily bonuses from all those. And those are the caches that we're seeing down here. And we'll open all the caches at the end idly if we're running super low on inventory, which we may well do, given the fact that we are up. We didn't even get to pop Lifestorm on our mage because of how fast the boss melted. So we're in a raid group with basically more or less all 476 geared characters. We just looked through their thread counts and everyone's at like 120 to 170k. I think there's just this is the lowest are my two characters, which is, yeah, not amazing, but let's do Heart of Fear next, and then we'll do Terrace of Endless Springs. And then we will quickly blast through Throne of Thunder and what do you call it? Siege of Orgrimmar. Alright, let's Hearth and see if we can't help with summons. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, please see if you can drop a follow, drop a subscribe. Really helps me out and lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. And I'm just going to take a quick break while we're waiting for the Hearth. All right, we gotta get to Heart of Fear, which is gonna take us a little bit. And so yeah, this is the loot from the dungeon. We'll pick up all of that at the end. No, that's not what we want. We want our dragon flying mount. Though I suspect we'll probably get a summon before we even reach there. I don't remember which raid, which expansion rather, Nyalotha was from. I want to say it definitely wasn't Miss Pandaria, because otherwise we would be running that as well. Mm. And also, if you guys have any questions about any of the add-ons, let me know in chat or in the comments, and I will be happy to cover to talk about them either on stream if it's in chat, or if you guys are watching the video later on. Yep, what did I say? Heart of Fear summon's already going out. So hey, both of our characters made it in the same time, but at least I feel like less of a lazy butt for having actually run out here myself. I don't think we're going to be doing glory stuff. I do actually want to do a glory run at some point. Although I may also even try and see if I can actually solo with 556 gear, if I can solo the glory stuff. And if you have the time, you can also, after running the raids on heroic, I believe you can run them on normal as well, if you just have a day that you want to, you know, bang out a bunch of bronze on. But I generally don't bother. I feel like it's a better use of my time to just work on something else and then come back and run heroic again the next day. All right. So let's loot some trash, and let's see which platform. Oh, we can't use our speed thingamabobbers. Of course. Second we make it to one platform. Oh, we didn't even get our life storm off in time. And the boss is down. Melting. Yeah, especially with the group this geared, it's not really a surprise. Again, the main issue we're gonna have is looting and keeping up with them, and we're not even looting trash this round, this run. Usually, I bother with I do bother looting all the trash, and I think that's why I haven't been keeping up with the group some of the times. It's honestly probably maybe like in all maybe about 1,000 bronze or so. I actually don't know. I completely pulled that number out of my butt. There's yeah, probably not as much bronze to be gained by actually bothering to loot all the trash as there is in just keeping up with this group and keeping everyone happy. Oh, it looks like we lost someone. And that's not the account that we have lead on. Or, you know, let's do it the other way around so that we can fill. Someone got really mad at me for not putting the lockout in the description of the group, which, I mean, if you mouse over a group, you'll see, you'll be able to see what the lockouts, what like boss the group is on in the group finder, but apparently that wasn't obvious enough to people, so might as well let them know. Oh, alright, that was my bad. As I've said on stream, I'm not great at remembering the what do you call it? the mechanics of most of these bosses, just because these groups just go so fast that it really doesn't make any difference. It really doesn't make too much of a difference at all. We could probably 9-man this in all honesty, but if someone wants to come along, why not? Hey, a little bit of extra DPS never hurt anyone. Oh, I accidentally clicked no on that one. We could have carried. We could have added another carry to this group. We're still blasting through things. Oh, another boss down. 4 minutes and 17 seconds in. We are already on our way to the 5th boss. And I mean, as you guys saw, it's not like I'm doing anything that anyone else can't do in terms of picking up a group that moves as quickly. Literally just put it into Group Finder, plugged in what we wanted to do, and we filled in barely a couple of minutes, right? And that's been my experience more or less throughout. And yeah, it is going to be a lot more time efficient to find a group like this where you're doing a world tour and knocking out all of the raids with one group instead of having to fill in between, fill individually for each raid. And at the end, we will also just look at how much time we actually spent in each of the dungeons and raids to complete all of our dailies. Alright, I was a little bit late on my life storms, but it is what it is. Oh, how did our mage die there? Where is Kutari? Oh, okay. Someone else beat us to the res, which is nice of them. Alright, let's catch up with the group. Yeah, 423 heals is good enough. Up. Oh. And so what some groups will do is just stack in the corner so that Lifestorm stacks a bit neater, and it's a little bit easier to maximize the healing you're getting, and so therefore maximize the damage. But honestly, with a group like this, you really don't need to optimize that level, because as you guys can see, things are melting. The Heart of Fear took us 7.5 minutes, right? That's wild. 6 bosses with the bronze catch each. I think the bronze catches now give you 2,500 each, so I'm not even going to attempt to do that in my head. 2,500 times 6. 15,000 bronze just from the tokens alone. Oh, looks like I didn't switch my camera back on when I came back from my quick little break. Terrace of Endless Springs. This character is closer to, so let's Hearth. Shite, I don't have it. Let's Hearth. Although again, I have a feeling that by the time we get to the raid, we're probably already gonna have summons. Did we lose it? We lost someone else. Yeah, what did I say? We barely hearth and someone's already there. I level 68. That's probably not someone who's 70 though, in all honesty. And the last time I ran this, they actually pulled the first boss before I even got here. Yeah, I don't know if a level 26 can even zone into heroic. I don't think so. Definitely not Terrace of Endless Springs. I think a level 26 can probably zone into. Yeah, no, it's showing the little red 26 in any case. If we were still on Mogushan Vault, I believe you can do heroic Mogushan Vaults at level 25, because that's when you unlock regular. So presumably you'd be able to do heroic then as well. We did Mogushan Vaults in Heart of Fear so quickly that that wasn't smart of me. Same character, the same person keeps trying to join. Might as well just release. We're literally right at the entrance in any case. And we can just... we don't need to bother anyone. We can just summon the last player well. Boom. Let's loot real quick. And we're already down to 29 inventory, free inventory slots. Up. Let's take the heal there. Let's throw down our life storm. Oh, we even got Zuin off this time before they took down the boss. The mage still managed to die. Jeez. I think we still have the resurrect timer. And they've already pulled the trash. Oh god, I'm gonna need to find a window both in which to loot as well as to release and loot. Alright, let's park this character here while we're looting on this guy. Okay, 3 minutes and 30 seconds in, we're more than halfway through the raid. I'm loving this pace. I generally tend to play on off-peak hours for my realm, and as a result, I'm also usually not picky enough to wait until we have a full group of 476s like we have right now. But I'm increasingly realizing that it's probably worth waiting even a couple extra minutes to do that, so that we have a full group. And after today's run, I think we should have enough gear to max out our main, the monk that we're playing on the right over here. So that'll just add one more 476 into the mix. Boom. Let's get some touch of deaths off. Wow. We got touch of death off, but then we died, so who Who is really the one touched of death? Terrace of Endless Springs is honestly how I wish every raid was laid out, where it's just like a straight line and you just do the bosses and that's it. There's not a whole bunch of like trash and stuff that you waste time on in between. If there were more raids like this, I feel like I may actually consider raiding. On retail, that is. Oh! Don't want to pull. Although I think it's the RP scene, like RP situation going on right now. Anyway. And again, if you guys have any questions, let me know in chat. If you're enjoying the stream, please feel free to subscribe or to follow. Alright, I'm just going to I'm just gonna be right back while we wait for this to start. Why do people keep dropping? I think people don't read the group description well enough that we're doing all the raids. Or maybe they're locked out on some of them, and so that's why they're not bothering. Ooh, another 476. Let's go. Alright, Throne of Thunder is going to be a pain in the butt to get to, so I may not actually bother. Although we do need to pick up... yeah, so these are I think the ones we did the other day. Yeah, these are the ones we just did. Okay, seems like someone in the group was already locked to that. Let's actually pop out of this dungeon right here instead of waiting for summons. Oh, we've got the cooldown on the hearth, and ironically, my mage doesn't have the portal unlocked for what do you call it? Yeah, let's maybe we can go pick that up while we're here for Shrine of Two Moons is what I meant to say. I think we should be close enough that hopefully we can get there before Throne of Thunder summons go out, because yeah, that would be super handy to be able to port everyone between places. And hey, we'll pick up some bronze on the way as well. Alright, I don't know if they came with threads as well. Oh, where is the portal? Where is the portal trainer? I think they're out here somewhere. Guild Master, Flight Master, Flying Trainer. I feel like I remember them being out here somewhere. Are they inside? I'm trying to think where they could be inside as well. Presumably there's a portal trainer somewhere, right? Can I... Portal trainer, probably close to the class trainer. Yeah, it doesn't mention portal trainer on here. I'm guessing they're not down there with the engineering people. Portal to Orgrimmar. Oh, probably standing next. Yeah, I think they're in that room. That's only one way to find out, I suppose. Let's head over and see if we can't pick up the portal, or maybe not. They in here, maybe? We may need to WoW head this real quick. Or are there no portals and something weird like that? So this 26 Warlock just will not give up. I almost admire the creativity. Okay. Okay, so I think I'd have to basically do the landfall questline, which is not a terrible idea because you can save some bronze. That questline unlocks, which is it? I think it's either the... I know we've done it on this character, but I believe it unlocks... Yes, you get the class ensemble, which is like 4,000 bronze. Honestly, not worth doing the entire questline. You can pick up bronze so quickly that you might as well just pay the bronze cost for it. But if you do want to do the quests, you can easily pick up the class ensemble without having to spend any bronze if you're really trying to save your bronze. Yeah, I think earlier when it was a bit harder to farm bronze, when bronze was a little bit more valuable, it may have made sense to do that for some people. At this point, I would say just honestly, you're better off just running an extra raid or two and buying it straight up, because that landfall questline, it doesn't take super long. I would do it on one character for sure so that you unlock it for your account and you can buy those rewards for all the other classes, but I really wouldn't bother doing it on every class unless you really feel like it. And I love this weak aura that reminds me for the scrolls as well. Super handy. Ooh. 404, yeah, why not? Let's take him. I literally cannot do anything faster than any of these people in this group. I don't think it's just the cloak. I think they're literally just that fast. And remember, gang, stay hydrated. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I'm listing it at I think I listed it as MSV. Boom. Another 476 in the group. I love that like 3 people already summoned him. Alright, so we waited, we spent about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I can't be bothered to figure out how to reset this. I feel like this is still gonna be, I'd be surprised if this takes us more than like half an hour. We are starting to run low on inventory though, so we should probably do a quick scrap. And again, we can just blindly scrap all these blues because with the amount of epics we have, there's not going to be a single slot or stat combination that we want that we're not going to get. And the amount of damage that my mage is going to be able to do on this boss is going to be negligible anyway, so probably really doesn't matter if we spend that time scrapping. Alright, let's scrap on this character and loot on this character. Because inventory management and keeping up with the group is the main thing that we're going to struggle with a group like this. And again, this is completely found through the looking for group tool, so it's definitely something all of like anyone watching this can do super easily. It's not like I'm doing this with like a guild group or doing it with any sort of like a pre-made or anything like that. It's literally just honestly probably even quicker than LFR in that you don't need to wait for the queue. Because if you were to queue as a DPS for LFR, you'd almost certainly be waiting longer than this. Alright, and the reason we can ignore this bronze per hour thing right here, because it's just not accurate. Alright, let's get this character through at least. I did try parking one of my characters here once, while I was running the other one up, and they ended up falling off anyway, so I think it's just better to get one through and then get the other through, and usually by then the little wavy things are gone anyway, and you can mount up and get the other one through even quicker. Oh, I don't even know what killed me that time. Tormented Spirit. Oh, I think I ran under one of the blue thingies. Oh, we're about to fall off right there. Did we miss the wall thingy? Oh, that's sweet of them. Although we're already here, so we might as well just run the last little bit. And with the monk movability, it's pretty easy to catch up quickly in any case. I think it was on the stream that we did where we were leveling characters that we were able to, we were playing 2 caster classes, so that was definitely a lot easier to multi-box, because by the time one was casting on this character, like I would cast from the character on the left and then have enough time to click over and cast from the character on the right. These reses are going out so quick as well. Although I know nothing about healing, that's the only role. Tanking, I can do. DPS, obviously I can do. Healing, I have been playing this game for 18, almost 19 years at this point. I started when Encourage came out, and I've still never played a healer. Though I do want to learn, so we may that may be something fun to try out on stream. I feel like I may do that in a follower dungeon though, just so that I'm not like inconveniencing anyone by how terrible I'm probably going to be at healing. And that's definitely not something I'm gonna multi-box for. I'm definitely gonna want to have my full attention on one character for that. But let me know in the chat or in the comments if that would be something you guys would be interested in seeing. A complete noob trying to heal. Alright, so in 6 minutes we got down 2 bosses. And then we hit a lag spike and slowed down considerably. Alright, I'm keeping I mean, I think honestly it's because of all of the oh, you know what? That's a good call. Let's mount up. Ooh, and we got our Spectral Tiger out. And I know that some of y'all may think it's capped, but I genuinely prefer the look of the... Can we... Okay, we made it to the heal thing in time. That buzzer's telling us that we're standing somewhere that we shouldn't be on one of our characters. I could probably set up different sounds for each character so I can tell which character it is that is standing where they shouldn't be, but... Oh, maybe we didn't run heroic on this guy. Maybe it wasn't. It was one of my other alts that we did the heroic raid on then. That we did the heroic world tour on. Oh well. Oh, we gotta be careful to jump down here. So that we skip that annoying RP. I made the noob mistake of having auto run on last time and ended up subjecting the entire group to that annoying RP segment. I mean, it's probably cool the first time you run the raid, right? Like having a little cutscene with your entire raid group featured in it, but definitely not something you want to do on a speed run. All right, let's mount up and get things cracking. So in 8 minutes we've done 4 bosses. Yeah, this is wild considering how it each of these raids took me an hour last time out. So definitely time in my we're going too fast for the group. Let's just pull back a little bit. Oh, and the mage still died. Jeez. Okay. Are we? Yeah, we're still in combat. The second we drop combat, we'll throw out a quick res. Path around here. Oh, we both may die. Well, the mage died in like literally 1 hit. I think we're just gonna release and probably wait for a summon, I guess. Hopefully they don't mind summoning us. Unless I've already pulled. Oh yeah, they've already pulled the boss. Okay. We can't mount up, so I guess we're just gonna manually try and run him over. Well, we have Trailblazer, so I think we are gonna have to take these characters through one by one. So let's see if we can find a path on one character and then take the second one through. Alright, we don't want to go that way. We don't want to go that way either. I get why we jumped down from there now. Well, we're learning as we're going. Or not really. Because we're about to die to the exact same mob as we did the first time. Unless we manage to somehow make it before we die. I think if we make it over this hill, we're in the clear, and then we've just got to bring the other character. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. I should know better than to assume I'm going to survive anything if I say it first on stream. All right, let's try and be a little bit more careful on this guy. If we steer clear of the mushrooms and of those cave moss thingamabobbers, this character may actually survive. We might be able to mount up. I think we've made it to the last ridge. Help summon our other character over so that we can grab the loot real quick. And ooh, that's a nice mount. Which one? Okay, now this, as far as I'm concerned, is the Cave of Death, because I have yet to make it past here without dying multiple times, which, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably just a skill issue. Again, I mainly play this game to make boatloads of gold. I'm not pretending to actually be any good at the PvE or PvP elements of the game. Okay, doing okay so far. If we take one character through at a time, we should hopefully be okay. Up. That's not good. That is not good. Oh, and I pre-popped Lifestorm. Jeez. Just noobing all over the place today. I'm gonna pretend like it's just today. Oh, thank God. Okay. It's so interesting that the life storm seems to reset after each boss, because I know that we have definitely powered through. Yeah, there we go. See, it just reset. Which is kind of cool as well, because definitely means you get to use it a lot more. And with how ridiculous the damage scaling on it is. Yeah, Searing Light and Lifestorm combined did the majority of our top characters damage in any case. Wow, we're almost out of backspace already, and we've still got a bunch of bosses left to go. Almost ran off the edge there. Oh, and I ended up running off the edge in any case because I was a noob and didn't hit the right button. Is this where we're going? Yeah, it seems to be the right one. Again, this is what happens when a goblin leaves the auction house. So come the war within, if you guys don't see me outside of the auction house too often, don't be too surprised. There's very much a reason for that. All right, let's try and get in as much damage as we can, and then let the big boys with their 476 eye level take care of everything else. We are making amazing time though. This is blowing my mind, especially given how long I have spent in here on other characters getting world tours done. Yeah, are we halfway through? I feel like that's the halfway mark, right? Looked like it was roughly the halfway mark, so I think we're probably making still very good time. How long have we been going? We're at the hour and 30 minutes mark, and not only did we do all of our daily quests, and we did all of our daily quests, we did all of our daily bonuses, we did most of the raids as well. I mean, we're halfway through Throne of Thunder right now, and we only have Siege of Orgrimmar left to go. At this pace, we would have actually completed all of our chores, all of our daily chores, as I like to call them. And realistically, I think we could probably pull it off in like 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is wild, right? Especially because the reward's going to be something on the order of I think around 80,000 bronze, something like that, which is pick up 2 of the expensive mounts for that, or a whole bunch of the cheaper mounts, pick up a whole bunch of transmog, I mean a boatload. It does seem kind of strange to me though that the all of the transmog sets cost roughly the same. Like I think the LFR set costs the same as the mythic or the heroic, which is definitely seems a little goofy. Like I said, it's a little bit late where I live. Almost 2 a.m. actually. Oh, and we get an extra one of those Cache of Infinite Treasures Ooh, that was a tasty amount of threads. I feel like Dark Animus is the ultimate test of a raid group in this. Oh, yep. Like I said, inventory is already full. Although I think that was just it's just an interface error. But in return for being as much of a pug killer as Dark Animus can sometimes be, you do get 2 of those bronze cash thingamajiggers, which is nice. It's literally worth 2 bosses essentially. That's 10,000. That should be 10,000 bronze itself, just from that boss, which is lovely. Are these bats gonna kill us? Hopefully not. Hopefully we can catch up with the raid. Oh, that's not good. I think we just need to make it around this corner, and we're in the clear. Up. Oh, we didn't make it before the cutoff. Hopefully we still get loot, because I do recall getting locked out of loot on a couple of the bosses in this raid last time, just because we weren't keeping up with the group. I don't think, yeah, didn't think they were going to get too far. And again, if you're enjoying the content, please do drop a like, drop a subscribe. I cannot tell you enough how much that helps. Should we just release and get summoned? Or, okay, that takes us right to the boss. And we're down to 10 bag slots, so we should scrap. We'll scrap at the next boss. Let's catch up with the raid for now. I'm not gonna lie, I was given how tired I was half considering just doing this tomorrow instead. But I feel like it would have probably taken me a lot more time tomorrow, and so now tomorrow I can do something else in my WoW time. We may actually go through setting up a brand new level 20 twink. One of the things I've wanted to do is also I've leveled quite a few alts for the War Within, because especially with professions and with concentration being the way it is, toying around with it a bit on the beta. We also need to stream some beta. I also want to stream some beta content, because the beta has been, the little bit that I've played has been a lot of fun, and but with just the way the concentration mechanic works alone, alts are going to be super powerful for gold making. And so while I have quite a few level 70s already, and a handful that I've raised like they're children, while I have quite a few level 70 horde characters that I've done, I don't actually have any level 70 alliance characters. I don't think I have any really high level alliance characters anywhere. And there are some alliance races that have profession skill bonuses. I think Kulturans in general get 5. I haven't tested out yet on the beta whether that's enough to make a difference for any of the professions, but presumably you would still save a tiny amount of concentration at the very least, right? You'd save about 15 concentration per character for one of the characters that has. Actually, just gonna move these two around because all my characters have their meta socket bound to shift 4 except for my main, which is throwing me off. Yeah, again, like I said, I have no idea what mechanic does what. Oh, jeez. Alright, we've got 2 bosses left in 28 minutes and 20 seconds. That's wild. This group is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna take this as a quick opportunity to grab a snack real quick. I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, so we're back. We had to scrap real quick. If I'm quiet, bear with me. It's just because I'm eating and I don't want to suggest you guys to having to listen to me chew. Ooh, I don't know why Livestorm just reset on both of those characters, but I'm hardly complaining. Oh, po. Yeah, Livestorm just does ridiculous amounts of damage. um, Ooh, we dropped a lot of people from the group, it looks like. Alright, seems like a lot of... Yeah, 33 minutes is amazing. Considering it took an hour last time. We could probably use the downtime to just scrap and sort out our inventory stuff a bit. Really do not want to have to deal with trade chat. I think that's why I kept this character's Hearth over in Jade Forest. I just kind of have become acclimatized to that. I think probably Shrine can be more efficient, but just not having to deal with trade chat alone is... I guess I could just leave trade chat, but why bother? Alright, so the portal to Orgrimmar is there. Kutar, yeah, that's where we want to go. Tian Monasteries. Just feels like home in Remix. Alright, we gotta change our hearth to over here as well. I don't have max camera zoom enabled on this guy for some reason. Let's throw that up. Well, first let's bind our Hearthstone here. Ooh, the group falling apart is making me worry a little bit. Mainly because the 476s that we had were just blasting through everything. Alright, summons are out. Looks like we have 10, so I think we should be good to go. I don't know if anyone's a tank, though. Let's help summon. It's a Siege of Orgrimmar, of course, is... You can take up to 30 people in there because of the flex. Alright, I guess we'll just pull in whoever else we can get. I don't think we should have too much of an issue with DPS, but the more 476s we can stack, the better, idly. Because it will just make everything go that much quicker. I really don't want to spend another hour raiding today, so... Boom, another 476. Where's our summoning portal? Well, let's throw up buffs. Why can't I change this to... It's not even set to mythic. Let's just redo this, I guess. Alright, let's do that. I don't know if I can set a minimum item level that's going to be higher than mine. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Blizzard. That sounds about right. That does sound fair. Oof, we're dropping people, that's not good. I think I'm gonna give it another 5 or 10 minutes, and if we don't fill, then we may just call it. Ideally, I want as many 476s as we can get. I think we are... We're a bit thin. I'll take a 428. So again, thank you to those of you who are watching the stream live, and anyone who's watching the video on demand or the YouTube video as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around this long, hopefully you're enjoying the content, and if so, please do drop a like um, if you feel I've earned it, and similarly a follow or a subscription if you want to see more of this content. And let me know in the comments if you guys are enjoying the content. If you're not, any feedback is appreciated, positive or negative. Um, feel free to roast me in the comments as well. Oof, we are struggling to fill a bit, aren't we? Are there a lot of other groups going on? Is that what's... Oh yeah, there are quite a few groups, it looks like. But honestly, with playing multiple characters at once, I prefer to raid lead and not get kicked like mid lockout and have to deal with all that. Hmm. 476 and 258 on average. That's probably still worth it, honestly. I've got 30 slots to fill. I'm not going to be too picky, and in general, it's a remix. I feel like it's a bit precious to gatekeep in remix, especially given my eye level. I'm hardly someone who should be gatekeeping. All right, we'll give it another couple minutes here and see how much we can fill. I think we should probably grab enough bronze to be good to go. Alright, I think we managed to fill the group. At least enough to get started. And we can always add more 476s as we go. Or, yeah. Realistically, I mean, I don't think anything above eye level 400 is probably realistically required for Siege of Orgrimmar on Heroic. But I do want this run to be super quick, and so the more 476s we bring in, the quicker everything should go, and hopefully the fewer wipes we have. And we are getting pretty high level people joining, so I think as long as that's remaining true, it's probably worth continuing to fill, because the average eye level of the group is probably still going up quite a bit. We do also have that like 280 eye level or whatever character, but they came with a 476, so they get to join in. $359 is definitely gonna bring us down. Should probably get an add-on that tells me what the average eye level of the group is, just to make this a little bit easier. If you guys know of any add-ons that do that, please let me know in the comments or in chat. Boom, another 476. Another 476. Let's do it. Yeah, I think we do need one more tank though. I think probably once we get another tank, we should be good to go. Alright, I think we should be good to go. Let's run a quick ready check, make sure everyone's on board. Let's go ethereal for a bit, I guess. Dang it. We gotta do one more of these phases. Where is Leatrix? Oh, that was quick. It's quick enough, I suppose. Whoa. Jeez. Oh, it is late. It's already almost 2:30 a.m. Hopefully this group is just as quick as the one we had gathered earlier. Jeez. Oh, I think we accidentally reset it somehow. I haven't seen that happen before. But hey, at the end of the day, this is a small indie studio, so. Alright. I don't even know what went wrong that time. looks like we did actually get them down that time and didn't bug out. No, we didn't end up mounting up. I guess we probably entered combat, and so it probably didn't let us mount up because of that. And hopefully we don't die. Ooh. Though we were close to dying. Zeal. Did Zeal drop anything worth? 77 bronze. And again, guys, do keep in mind that this bronze per hour calculator isn't accurate just yet because we haven't been opening up these bronze items that we've been looting. Oh, we need to scrap on both these characters. We'll do that at the next boss, I guess. All right. Let's drop down a scrapper. I know I don't technically need to, I can just use one scrapper for both, but it makes it that much easier if it's just right in front of me. Versatility and avoidance. I mean, all of this avoidance and speed gear, we're gonna get more than enough of all of these secondary stats from our cloak, so we can fairly comfortably delete most of these. Ooh, I do like that chest though. Ooh, that's a nice juicy upgrade. Roll double versatility, it looks like. We do also have to do it on this other character before it expires. I do hate when it times out before I'm done putting everything in that I need to. Although realistically on my monk, I've done so many heroic raids at this point that I think I literally have this. Oh, didn't end up scrapping there. I realized there was a cooldown on the scrapper. But I guess there is a 1 minute cooldown. Right, let's scrap those. And the avoidance. Oh, we need to at least drop down a life storm. I feel like that's the absolute least we can do. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. We're just gonna head done because I don't really care too much about Trade Seal Master when we don't have auction house access on this anyway, and I don't really want to reset the bronze per hour tracker. Remixes, if you guys haven't tried it out yet, by the way, definitely hop on. I mean, I don't know why you'd be watching this particularly, either the video or the live stream if you haven't tried it out. But if you haven't, strongly recommend. It's really just the funnest parts of World of Warcraft without I mean, aside from gold making, which I genuinely enjoy a lot, but it's definitely like just a lot less pressure to. I don't know. I guess not really. It's not really pressure, but there's just. I think people take themselves as seriously because of the fact that it's a temporary thing, and so it's a lot easier to fill up pugs. And I mean, a big part of that is also because it's just possible to so easily outshine, like outpower every bit of content that exists in this game. I always forget that my mage is supposed to lust, or can lust rather, because I'm so used to playing Windwalker Monk in dang near every situation that even when I'm playing solo on a mage character, I just never remember to lust. Though in remix it really does not matter with how things go, how quickly things melt. But it's probably still a good habit to get into in learning how to play a mage. Crit, avoidance, leech, speed, avoidance, avoidance. I feel like putting avoidance as a stat on any of these items. I mean, speed I could still see a use for. Leech is kind of pointless as well, because I mean, avoidance you admittedly don't get any on your cloak, but you really don't need it with the health pools that you're gonna get from your cloak anyway. And presumably once I upgrade my gear from that as well. But we'll do that on tomorrow's stream. I think we're going to gather all the bronze today. And on tomorrow's stream, we are going to take this character from 346 eye level straight up to 556. Like, we're going to do the 556 item level upgrade, so that should bring us to 476 as well. And then I may do some fun things like just test out on like a target dummy how much damage we're doing before and how much damage we're doing after. But I think once we have a 476 character, we definitely won't be needing to use the level 20 twink to boost it unless we absolutely want to. Presumably movement speed should be a little bit quicker on this guy. Although maybe not, because I think we would need more speed to cap out our maximum speed. Yeah, because we're definitely not at cap right now. Because I think we took off our... Yeah, we took off our movement speed gems to put crit gems on here. And 72%... crit definitely helps. I wonder if the trash is just dropping more bronze here? Is that what's going on? Because until Throne of Thunder, we were at like 2,000, 2 or 3,000 some odd bronze on like looted on each of these characters. Whereas now I see we're at 5,600 on this character. I don't know where we... Oh, probably just because we scrapped. Okay, I'm losing it. But yeah, we scrapped a bunch of epics, so that's... Alright, answered my own question. Never mind me. Alright, let's scrap a bit here as well on this guy. Although I think we scrapped everything that we didn't need unless we... Yeah, okay, we missed that. Yeah, scrapping all the blues. And, I mean, I have all of these legendary gems that I have no plan on using because I don't think I'm going to put leech. I'm definitely, almost certainly not going to use leech on these. But I haven't bothered to scrap them yet. I think they give about 250 bronze a piece, so they can those can definitely add up as well. I think totally you need something like 23, or no, it must be a multiple of 3, right? So I don't recall what it was. 24 base level gems in order to get a legendary gem. And let's actually just sit and combine things here. We are also not going to use the thread items, although I don't know what the point of waiting. You know what? Let's go ahead and use the threads. I don't think that should impact our numbers too much. doesn't seem to want to let me combine gems through the interface for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna manually click these, save ourselves some time later while we're waiting for all of this RP nonsense to happen. And I do want to compare actually how many of these bronze caches we got on each of the characters, because I want to figure out how much RNG plays a factor. I think it should be the same count. We're at 16 of the greater bronze caches and only 15 on this character. I can't imagine why that would be other than RNG. So I guess there is an element of RNG that drives. Ooh, that is interesting. I wonder if having the Ethereal Soul Trader out on my level 20 twink would mean I can farm up all that transmog super quick as well. All right, let's do the threads as well. So we've gotten, yeah, so these are just wild, right? They tripled the amount of stats that you get from each of these items. 300 agility, ooh, tasty. So we've gained 6,000 total stats during this session on our cloak, which is taking us up to 74k. And let's do the threads on this guy as well. Oh, I suppose we could have calculated how many greater spools of thread make a difference. Well, anyway, we have the counter here. So this guy, RNG, did we miss a boss? I feel like we maybe missed a boss's worth of loot or something on this character, and that's why we have one fewer of these. We have 24 of those, 24 of those. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we missed a boss or something, because we definitely got 300 fewer threads. So we got one less of those. I think that was the epic threads. But it may just be waiting in our mailbox, and maybe that's what's going on. All right, let's do a cheeky little scrap of these two blues since I spotted them. All right, and let's combine all of these. Combine. Now, ideally, the most accurate estimate would be if I also, like, I guess what I should have or could have done would have been to empty out my bags, and so then we could have scrapped everything we got on this run. But hey, that's notes for next time. The next time I try and do something like this. Yeah, so I think this siege is definitely going to take us longer than Throne of Thunder did, which is not surprising, I suppose. I do wonder if we had that original group that we were in, if we would have been able to blast through this even quicker. Though I don't think we're making terrible time, and we also got to remember that almost half of the time that we have spent in this raid was just trying to fill the group, whereas for the other raids we filled before we even got to the raid. So that could also be what's going on here. Did we combine? Okay, let's finish combining gems on this guy at least. Oh, you know what though? Actually, I just realized part of the reason that this character doesn't have any gosh dang health, we can't trade when we're on the back of the same mount. Do you have to be stationary to trade? Is that what's going on? Okay. We'll do it at the next boss. It's because I don't have any gems on this character for whatever reason. Not for whatever reason, because I was trying to collect them all on one of the characters, just to make the combining a little bit easier in terms of inventory management. But I think we will pass along. It's a squishy mage. Let's just pass along all the armor, I guess, Because I guess when we're running like this, survivability is probably what matters the most, and even then, probably not all that much. Maybe we can't trade in combat. I think we already have sated up. Boom. Alright, let's trade over the armor gems. And for this, I think we are gonna use, can I do that while I'm mounted? Yeah, alright, let's do it this way. I think maxing out armor should, oh, let's see how much of a difference it makes on our health. So we have 565k health right now, and I'm mainly looking at this for the stamina that's on those gems is where I'm expecting the health to come from, of course. The armor just means we'll take less damage. Although let me see how many of the legendary armor gems I traded over. Where are we? We've got 8 left to go, so we can take this up to 16. Although we're in combat, so we cannot equip a gem just yet. After this boss we can get the rest, but just equipping all that got us to 700k health, and I think our monk's well over 1 million at this point. But part of the reason why I didn't want to upgrade the gear on that character was because I wanted to do a direct comparison. I suppose I could have just farmed up another set of 346 gear and swapped out the gear that way, and probably done the same sort of test now that I think about it, but oh well, seems like it'll be fun this way. Right, let's hop on. Is there not a boss inside, or am I tripping? Or dude, oh man, no, yeah. I think people just pull Korkron inside. Okay, let's continue equipping armor gems. Let's see if we can't get, yeah, we're at almost at 1.4 million health on this guy, and it'll be wild if actually, I don't know if it would be wild. I was gonna say it would be wild if our mage has the same health pool or a similar health pool to our monk, despite being a leather wearer. Despite being a cloth wearer, rather. I am a bit puzzled as to why my mage all of a sudden has more speed than my monk, at least as per monkey speed, because they both have the, well, the Windwalker should by default be about 10% faster, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. Trailblazer's up on both, and this guy has more speed, 2403 versus 1036. Okay, now we're at 163%. Maybe because we're following. Oh, I'm gonna hope it was just like an interface bug or something. I feel like going into the War Within after playing in Remix is gonna be a tough is going to be a tough thing to bear. For fall damage alone, I feel like I'm going to keep jumping off of things and expecting to not take any fall damage and then dying because of that. So that's the other reason I think I should probably get into the beta, spend some time on the beta pretty soon, because this is definitely developing some really bad habits for me, where it's not being able to summon from every character and not being able to res and do all the and just not being so OP, or having to, you know, think about what items I want and stuff is definitely not going to be fun, or like the very marginal item level upgrades that we're going to get. Yeah. Hopefully Blizzard hasn't shot themselves too much in the foot by making us feel this OP. Though to be fair, I was reading something on Reddit about how someone was talking about people are wasting all of this time to grind out bronze and upgrade their gears to the max so that they can feel OP in Miss Pandaria, where they could literally take their regular level 70 and run the exact same raids, and be just as OP because of the fact that we outlevel everything in Pandaria so much on a regular level 70 as well, which did make me reconsider a lot of my choices over the past couple weeks. But hey, we're almost at we almost have enough bronze to fully upgrade this character, and I'd rather have a bit more fun with in Miss Pandaria than unlock every single transmog in that was available during Miss Pandaria. Though realistically, I think we may just end up doing both. I don't know how many. Well, yeah, maybe once we're 476, we're gonna enjoy running a bunch of these raids ourselves. And I think also Dualboxing is what do you call it? Is gonna give us more than enough bronze we need to buy everything that we need to. Never mind that we're planning on leveling a bunch more alts as well. But yeah, I think I started saying earlier and then didn't end up finishing my sentence. Tomorrow's stream we will probably look at how upgraded how much of a difference upgrading all of the gear makes, and then also looking at we may also roll our level 20 Alliance Twink. I was considering rolling a Demon Hunter, but I do think actually Monk is the best class for a level 20 Twink. So I think we are going to roll a level 20 Twink Monk. I need to look over the Alliance racials. I haven't played Alliance in retail in God knows how long. I actually started off like when I was playing I used to play Alliance in vanilla, and then I started playing Horde. I don't even know when. I know Kata for sure. I remember I had a Night Elf Hunter in the Burning Crusade. I don't remember what I played in Wrath. And I don't know if I can even I don't even know if I'd be able to find that character right now with all the level squishes and the stat squishes and everything, and having moved servers and stuff. And also moving accounts for that matter. Alright, just a second guys, I'm gonna be right back. So we're 42 minutes in, and we've got one, two. Well, we're on this boss. 1, 2, 3, 4 bosses left. So, hopefully that doesn't take more than 10 or 15 minutes at the max, and then we're gonna count all of our bronze caches, check our mailbox for all of the loot we missed. I do still want to figure out how or why I have one more bronze cache here than here, or greater bronze cache, but we have the same amount of regular bronze caches. I'm hoping it's in the mailbox, though. I don't see a little... oh, there is unread mail from the postmaster. Yeah, there should be for both characters, because we didn't open the dungeon stuff yet. Did we... okay, fine, fuck it, we'll just pull the loot from the mailbox, I guess. Speed matters more than anything else at this point. Although I think the chest, the loot chest is up ahead. I mean, bosses literally are just loot pinatas in this in this version of the game. I think with a 476 gear character, basically every raid is definitely soloable on normal, except for Siege of Orgrimmar, because I believe they broke one of the mechanics that allowed players to solo it that they had previously fixed. They broke it in when they did the remix patch, which may or may not have been intentional. Presumably it wasn't. From what I understand, I believe that they said it was a super small group that was working on remix, super small dev team, or a super small part of the dev team that was working specifically on remix. Just running past everyone as they're running back. But we gotta get our loot. And ideally we should scrap as well at the next boss. Do we have any... Well, first things first, I think let's save our loadout. We do need to combine gems, which we can do while we're running, so... Alright, let's scrap and combine gems and do all that fun stuff. Yeah, I mean, it is hilarious that raiding in Remix is basically just trying to keep up with the group and hopefully hit the boss a couple times, but then mainly is an inventory management game. Despite the fact that we have ginormous bags here and like none of the stuff that we would normally be carrying around on retail. Yeah, on retail I'm really struggling on my main with inventory management, but that's also because I am just holding way too much gear, because I'm always like, well, what if after the next patch I need XYZ stat, and for whatever reason I just tend to hoard gear. But that's definitely one of the things I need to do before we get into the War Within is managing all my inventory, or clearing out all my bags, my guild bank. Yeah, I think with warbands, we'll definitely have a lot more inventory and stuff, but that still doesn't mean I shouldn't just get rid of a whole bunch of crap that I'm hoarding. I've had my guild bank for I don't know how long, with like every tab unlocked, or yeah, I'm fairly certain it's every tab unlocked. I haven't played retail in a bit. Like I logged on to do actually we did it on stream. Um, we logged on to do the allied race quests. Did I? Is that gonna? Only I would find a way to die to the scenery. Oh jeez. It is noob o'clock in here, but funnily enough, I think that actually made it easier for me to catch up with the group. And I think my mage is actually gonna be behind. Alright, only got 2 more bosses left to go. And we'll get some more bones as well. Even after I max out my gear, I'm gonna have to farm at least about... Oh, we're going the wrong way. Jeez, that's not gonna help us catch up. Where the heck are we? How did we manage to get this lost? Alt tab for a second, focused on that window, and ended up lost in boxes. Alright, 115 bronze, not bad, not bad. I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm so tired. I don't know if you guys can tell. Hopefully the quality of the stream hasn't gone down because of that. Yeah, we did the allied race unlock quests, and on my main in retail. Beyond that, I think we did some mount dailies and a couple other things. I should probably actually do the mount dailies as well tomorrow, just because I was in Zuldazar for to unlock the Zandalari trolls, and remember that there's 2 daily quest mounts that I haven't completed there. And I think there's also one in the Emerald Dream. Though that, I think it's like you do 1 step every 5 days or something like that. And it takes a total of 23 days to unlock. And I actually went to the Emerald Dream to do that quest, and instead got distracted by maxing out the Dreamweavers. But we by doing that, we also unlocked 2 mounts there. I picked up another 2 mounts randomly in retail from somewhere else. Of course, we got the monthly what do you call it? Not battle pass. Traders. What is it? Traders tender mounts. They're used on what's the trading post. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, the trading post mounts. We got 2 mounts out of that this month. We got that cool surfboard, which I was excited by, and then we got either a recolor or just something else that was less exciting. But look, mounts are always fun. I was super bummed though that despite unlocking like 30 mounts or whatever ridiculous amount I unlocked through Remix, they don't actually have a 450 mounts achievement. It's just like 400 and then 500 straight, which I feel like 100 mounts is I know that they've added a bunch of mounts, but trust me, if there's an easy to get mount, I've most likely done it. Spare a few here or there. And to be fair, I haven't unlocked an evoker mount. I haven't unlocked the evokers. I don't have the Dracthera mounts yet, and I didn't bother grinding out the reputation required to buy it on a non Dracthera class. So I guess that'll add another like 8 or 10 mounts or whatever, with all the recolors and everything. But overall, I think I'm still let's do a check real quick, since we're only at Garrosh Hellscream, the final boss of the expansion. Where is it? I think it's down here in collections. It's actually within mounts itself. Why don't we have this achievement showing up? We have this achievement on our main as well. Alright, something seeming buggy. Because I mean, I can see here that I have 526 mounts. It doesn't mention how many are usable on this character. But, yeah, 400 mounts is showing up here. Let's maybe do it through this. Collections. Ooh, there is a pet reward. Oh, we get if we get another 10 toys, we get oh geez, I'm not even down there. We killed phase 1 of Garrosh by just using the Lifestorm cheese. That's kind of funny to me, at least. Oh, all right. We all tapped for a second. Sorry, forgot I was on stream for a second there. Yeah, the tiredness is definitely hitting hard. I gotta get to bed because we're already past 3 a.m. where I live. All right, we made it through without too much difficulty. Let's log out. Oh well, let's not log out. Let's hearth and turn in those quests that we have to. I think we got summoned in before we set the hearth to where we wanted it to be, but hopefully we can fly back real quick, figure out how much bronze we made, summarize, time everything, figure out how long it took us to do it all, and use that as a gauge for everything we did. All right, let's go. First things first, let's go turn in all 3 quests. Not quite. Alright, let's continue merging gems and try and make backspace that way. I could just pop over to the bank, which is literally right upstairs, and dump a bunch of this stuff in. From an inventory management space, I think it would actually be more efficient to probably hold on to only legendaries and to hold on to these little shards and wait until you have 21 of them, or whatever the number is that you need. Oh, our inventories. Oh, a little too full for that. Alright, let's go ahead and open up our chat. Let's go ahead and open up these chests of infinite treasure. At least I think that's what they're called. Cache of infinite treasure. That was close enough. Ah, okay. I was getting a bit confused because I have 13 on this guy, and I only saw 1 here, but we did get the 4 that you get for heroic. These are used to buy the Bones of Manaroth shoulder pieces, which are the ones that Manaroth himself wears, as well as to buy all of the unlockable, what do you call it? Jeez. Maybe we can find it in here. Appearances. Now these are. We need 80,000 to. We need 80,000 bronze to unlock all of the class and race. All of the class weapons and what do you call it? Weapons and freaking arsenals, which that I do want to do. Yeah, Bones of Manaroth. We would need a total of 945,000 Bones of Manaroth. What is this dude that is selling that side? The Tusk of Manaroth we're gonna do on our main, because obviously that's where we have the most Bones of Manaroth farmed already. Whereas I don't know what some of these items are. Okay, I feel like at this point we can go full screen on this. Alright, so we've done everything that we needed to do. We got everything done as we planned. But basically we need 94,500 bronze to unlock everything we need from the Bones of Manaroth. Right, I think I already have some of these, so the cost of that is definitely going to go down. And the ones that I mean, the bulk of this is coming from 94.5 is actually not that bad. I mean, this character is going to be well over 90,000 once we do that. And I already have 2 Bones of Manaroth on, or 5 Bones of Manaroth on this character, and 4 on the other. So I don't think we should struggle too much to get the Bones of Manaroth, but because each of those only cost about 8,000 bronze and 2 of the bones. So we've already got enough to do 3 fun Bones of Manaroth, and then on our main character we'll have some left over, but we need to grind out 30,850 of these of the bronze in order to get the Tusk of Manaroth.
What else? I think this is the vendor for raid gear. I don't know what level this is at though. Does it heroic? Mythic. Okay, so the mythic sets. So this is what I was saying. The mythic sets cost 5,000. The heroic set we looked at earlier cost 5,000. Seems kind of janky to me, doesn't it? And this gear is even Thunderforge, some of it. So I don't know what the point of that would be. Some of these I already have unlocked from like from other places, I guess, for just from like playing the game, I guess. Durus. What does Durus have? Are these the? Oh, these are the normal ones. But this is what I mean. Like the normal. I think Aeonicus should be the raid finder vendor. And yeah, here we go. All of these are raid finder gear for the same price. Like raid finder and mythic gear is being given out at the same cost. I mean, at least I get that like it shouldn't be locked to like if you beat the heroic dungeon once you can buy everything or anything like that. Like that probably would have been less fun. Though for characters like me who have a lot of time and are really enjoying Miss Pandaria remakes, I think it would definitely be a good thing for them to have considered doing something like that. But in any case, what else do they have? The world gear I care about the absolute least. I think a lot of it is very, very simple and plain. But hey, maybe that's what they're going for, you know? These may be, I think this is like a world questing gear, to be honest. Because we're near the start here. So, yeah, these two are definitely the sets I need to pick up. With how many monks I'm going to be taking into. These may be the world gears like that, but I ideally wouldn't pick them up, given how much bronze I have and how much I have, and how much I'm still going to get from, you know, all the other things that I'm going to continue doing once I max out my gear, my character. I'm fairly certain I'll be able to then truly beat Mr. Pandaria by both. I do also want to complete every single achievement, so we may do that. And see what the results are like at the end of that. Yeah. I think my daily heroic and like the dailies, I think I will get done on my main most days. But other days, just keep the stream a little bit interesting in life and light. We can go through and see some of the other things we can do, knock off any other achievements that we're waiting on, and do it that way. But we'll see. All right. What did we want to? What all did we want to do? We wanted to first off open up our mailbox, take everything out of there that we can, because these threads take up just ungodly amounts of inventory real dang quick. Then we're gonna scrap all of that. Then we're gonna compare how many of these items we got on each of our characters. Oh, we need to make one more space. Well, that's simple enough. We use our trusty thread, which is hidden away in the midst of all this. Blizzard wants me to click on that bronze cache, don't they? Although we're gonna have to do that once more for this guy. Let's. And we can open up this as well. 540 versatility. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, we gotta get rid of even one more item. So we now have one of two options. Well, first let's delete that, and we are at 3 slots, and we can therefore loot this. because the mailbox is just gonna have a whole bunch of items for us to loot. So for monkey on the right, I definitely see us. I think the quickest thing is gonna be to just run into the bank here, use our giant 280 slot bank to hold. Well, definitely any of the consumables that we're not using on a regular basis, like these, although those are going to come back into the inventory in any case, so we can probably pull them out once we're done doing all this. Cogwheels, I don't see myself changing. Tinker, I don't see myself changing. Hack the Shanty, Ritual Stone. Even our key to the palace of the chains of the city. Give me 1 second, guys. I just need to grab one more snack. Alright, so hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much if I'm eating on the stream. If it does, let me know in the comments or the chat, and I'll try and see what I can do about it. But what we are now going to do is, well, first things first, we finished opening up our mail, which didn't go well because it got full again a second later. Looks like someone's following my method here because they're just standing at the mailbox and leveling up. Alright, if you guys see any blue ones, let me know. We gotta get rid of them. Leech. Pfft, can you imagine? Haste, crit. I feel like these are all worse versions of what we have equipped, because we have 134 versatility on our main weapon, and this would be 67 crit and 67 haste. I don't see that as being a great trade-off. Mastery seems to be mattering more. Leech, we can speed and avoidance, definitely get rid of that. This is almost, yeah, that's an upgrade. We're keeping that. We gotta upgrade our chest. And we're keeping pants. Again, one hand doesn't help us. One hand doesn't help us. Although I do wonder if we had a one hand with mastery. I don't know if the mastery and haste would be worth more to my damage output. Although the stats are so low compared to the amounts I have on my cloak, sorta doesn't really matter, right? When you've got 4,000 mastery. $137 isn't going to do much of anything. That we knew was an upgrade. This is a one-handed sword with 134% mastery. We may hold on to those two just. Brilliant. Why can't I click on the dang thing? I also hate that I haven't been able to figure out how to set up my mount add-on to automatically pick a dragon flying right when we're playing Dragonflight version of the game. Oh, it seems bugged just with. There we go. Jeez, now we wasted all that time picking out things to scrap and picking out things to not scrap for nothing. Right, let's keep that on deck for now. One hands we know we can get rid of. But even this, even that, it appears. That is an upgrade. That is not, we said. That is an upgrade. That is an upgrade. That may be an upgrade, so we'll keep that. That's an upgrade. This. These are all two-handers, so I think we have the best one installed. Crit and haste, versatility and mastery. Haste and mastery, so I'm relying way too heavily on pawn for this, by the way, which may not be the best idea because pawn is explicitly stated that it's not designed for remix, but we had another weapon with mastery on it, right? Or did we not? And I'm misremembering that. Yeah, we have one. Versatility, we have one too. Haste, we don't need. We have haste. Speed is on there, so we don't need that. That's an upgrade. That we don't need. That we need, and that we don't need. Right, let's scrap all those. Did we already turn in all 3 quests? They're not showing up here, so I think we did turn all 3 in, but then what happened to the scrolls we got? And it's showing empty because we have the feature set up to hide anything that isn't of use to like that's already known or that isn't of use to us. But I think my main strategy for buying all this transmog is first going to be getting those class ensembles, because those you can't really get to drop for you. Whereas with the other ensembles, I haven't decided whether I'm going to wait until I'm done leveling all my characters, seeing if any of these appearances get unlocked from that itself, and save me a bunch of bronze. But if I don't do that, what I will do is be keeping all of my then I'll first do those class ones, and then gradually bringing my bronze, investing my bronze into the mythic sets that I like, and then maybe the heroic sets that I like in that way. We again can't scrap because our inventory is full. I'm just gonna get rid of this threat of critical strike. One critical strike is not worth us getting rid of anything else. Alright, let's fly back on this character because Lord knows I'm not enjoying being in terrorist defense in Throne of Thunder. Probably worth taking out Zontide out there. Literally, dude's literally right on the way down here. Does he have that weird timer thing on him, or is this just what Zon does? Doesn't look like he has a buff on him, but I know in the Timeless Isle they put in a restriction on when someone can attack them. Just so that it gives more players the ability to fly over and loot. Oh, it was just because I was mounted, jeez. Got lucky. Figured that out and unlocked it in time. Were pets added in Mist? I feel like, unless I'm mistaken, I feel like they could have been, but then I feel like there would have been more pet rewards that were available through Remix, which I don't recall seeing any. Yeah, it only says toys and mounts, so I don't think they had pets back then. Alright, I think one of these is the ends that we are fans of in the Adrel Show community, which I again welcome you to join by hitting like or subscribe. Damn it, is he at the mailbox in front of his house, or are we at what are we doing? No, okay. Where is the bubbly thing? There, so the inn is. This isn't the inn. It's not that building because it doesn't look like that. Is it this one? Let's just check the mini map for a mailbox. And there we go. That looks familiar. Okay, so we accidentally clicked on a bronze thing, but that was what we were planning on doing next anyway, so. Seems no cache has reached us, so we didn't miss a main, what do you call it? A mailbox. It's just, It is literally just us. It's literally just RNG having given us fewer tokens, or fewer of those thingamabobberdoodle things. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna bet after this. I thought we'd actually go through upgrading the gear and seeing how long it takes to do that as well, because I thought that could be interesting to see how easy or hard it is to individually upgrade each item slot, each item slots with. Why is Kutari inside the? She needs to open mail, or he needs to open mail rather. All right, we've opened all the mail here. I think we turned in all the quests, right? So we're probably okay on that. But yeah, so with the chest of Manaroth, I'll need to pick up another 38,500 bronze to buy the shoulders as well. Alright, I think we clicked on one of these, so if anything it should even things out, but essentially we're going to want to look at the overall counts, and we can add one in because we don't want to impact the rate of what we got. So everything we got was 24 greater bronze caches. Let's open up these eternal spools of thread. We made sure this character picked up everything, but like picked up all of their mail and all of turned in all the quests, but I'm just going to make it doubly sure so that we have the right estimates for everything. So in this period of, and now let's break out the timer. In the span of 3 hours, we have farmed up all of this and one more of these tokens. Each of these tokens should be worth 5,000, and each of these should be worth 2,500 bronze. So, just as a quick summary for everyone. All right, so today on, let me start over. All right, everybody. All right, everyone. So on today's stream, what we did was we basically went through and completed all of our daily chores, or at least everything that's super efficient that you can do right now to get the maximum amount of bronze per character per day. Raids are all daily lockouts. All of these just have daily lockouts. But so on every single day you could do this. It ended up taking us around 3.5 hours, which is what the stream says. But actually, if we weren't wasting a bunch of time, it would have gone a lot quicker. Siege of Orgrimmar Heroic took us 56 minutes, which was longer than I would have liked. If we had kept the same group from the start, that would have been really good. But Throne of Thunder came in at a nice 33.5 minutes. The other reason that the estimate for Throne of Thunder here is higher is because we spent the first 14 minutes filling the group after a bunch of people left. Terrace of Endless Springs took us 9 minutes. Heart of Fear 9 minutes, and Mogushan Vaults, funnily enough, 11 minutes, but I think that's because I was just waiting in the instance for a summon before we actually got it. Yeah. But so overall, these are probably the times that actually count. Before that, we did a 3-person normal scenario, which took us 11 minutes, which was longer than we would have liked. A Brewing Storm, which took us 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And then I am not sure but it looks like it's not, for some reason, counting the dungeons we did earlier today. Yeah, so for some reason the dungeons we did earlier today weren't counting, but those, as you know from my other streams and all my other videos, usually take me no more than 2 to 4 minutes per clear with my level 20 monk twink. Given all that, I've kept these trackers both up since the start, since we first started the day. And this bronze here you're seeing is just the bronze we got from scrapping some of the items that we got. Now, some of the items we're using as gear upgrades. Some of them we're keeping just for whatever reason. And also, we're not scrapping all of the gems. So realistically, you would have a lot more. I also did it on 2 characters at the same time, part of the same raid, everything, right? Um, and so that timer's there here as well. This character ended up a little bit more. We ended up looting a bit more on this character, as this character had this one on follow. And overall, our main focus during this world tour was to just keep up with the group. But so we did a daily regular dungeon, we did a heroic regular dungeon, we did the quest for your dungeon, the daily quest for that. Then we did a normal scenario and a heroic scenario. We did the quest for each of those. After all of those were done, we completed the daily quests by doing Mogushan Vaults, then Heart of Fear, then Terrace of Mountain Springs, then Throne of Thunder, and finally Siege of Orgrimmar, all on heroic difficulty. And that led us to having 24 of these greater bronze caches on this character and 22 here. This character also has 31, but this was 32. I accidentally clicked on one when we were doing something. Versus, yeah, this character only has 30 of these. So let's go ahead and open up all these and hope that Blizzard doesn't buff the rates again overnight, because I'm going to be kicking myself if they send us a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't have. Why are these greater bronze caches only giving me 2,500? I thought they were supposed to give me... I thought these were supposed to give me 5,000 each, so some of my math may have been a little bit wonky, but overall it's still going to be a huge amount of bronze, and if we were to do this every day, we would very, very easily run out of bronze to spend on literally anything that, like, we literally will run out of things to spend it on, other than like maybe buying an infinite amount of gems and giving away legendary gems at the start zone. Which, low-key, if you guys think that would be an interesting thing to do or fun to watch, we can do it. I can definitely take a crack at that as well, since those are some of the only items you can trade in WoW Remix. Alright, let's crunch some numbers now. Alright, so finally we ended up on this character with 114,300 bronze, which is amazing, right? Like, that is, what, about 2.5 full upgrades, as in you could upgrade each of your gear pieces 2.5 times for just about 3 hours time, slightly less in all honesty, especially if you do it more efficiently. Of course, we got very lucky with most of our group. It was just the Siege of Orgrimmar that took a bit longer than we would have liked, and also that's typical of Siege of Orgrimmar because it is a tougher raid to get through, especially with a pug group. That said, now our our bronze per hour estimates are a bit more accurate. Where you can see here, actually over this period, we averaged 30,000 bronze an hour. The thing is, of course, since we're multi-boxing, it gets even crazier, and we've also did another 28,000 on top of that. So totally, we ground out almost 60,000 gold worth of, we were accomplishing almost 60,000 bronze per hour, and we, in this session alone, were able to farm out 215, 16 more, slightly more, 220,000 bronze, which I believe should be enough to pick up all the mounts. The higher end, like lower drop rate mounts. If you want to do all of the mounts, you could just do this a couple of days and unlock all of that. Similarly, if you do all of this,
you can have a fully maxed geared character in like under a week. And so it doesn't take all that much time, right? It's 3 hours. And again, you don't need to do what I did. I did everything possible. A realistic thing could be you hop on, you of course knock out all three quests. But for your quest, as you saw, if you can get a heroic Mogushan vaults going, make sure you take primarily level 476 characters, and you can honestly probably complete all these things and get not quite half, but at least a third of the same amount of bronze that we did, because the bronze sources remain the same. With that said, I'm really fighting, so I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. I think 622,000 should be enough to upgrade our gear all the way, but we will find out most likely on the stream tomorrow. So if you guys are enjoying the content, please drop a like. Let me know in the comments what you're liking, not liking, what topics you want me to cover. Um, yeah, truly means a lot to me, and um, I cannot thank you guys enough for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you're absolutely awesome. I cannot thank you enough. But let me know in the comments, chat, like, comment, subscribe, um, follow the usual sign offs. But have a great day ahead, everyone. Take care and bye bye.